Good morning, beautiful people. How are you? Those of you that are working on yourself from within. Your girl, Nisha Michelle, is back with another word or some words. I just want to talk about something. I was watching Tony Gaskins, and he was doing some interview with, oh my God, I cannot recall these people. The show that he was on, but he had mentioned, like, talking about men and how they need to go within. Now, if you know Tony Gaskins, you know he is a mentor. He's a multi-millionaire. He is, oh my God. God is using him because I got so much revelation from just reviewing him, from just watching his YouTube videos constantly on repeat. Do you hear me? Like, how y'all watch TV? Ready for y'all favorite episodes to come on? That's how I am with Tony Gaskins, Latoya Okia, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Bishop R.C. Blakes. I could go down the list. Miles Monroe. I could go. But these folks have really changed my life. And you know, I'm up here. It's early in the morning for me. I don't know where you guys are, but it's really early in the morning over here. And my kids just went to school. And I just wanted to say, you know, we come into this world with a clean slate. Like, picture, okay, so we come into this world on a clean slate. Like, picture tape. Like, you got tape facing the sticky part facing up. So you're the clean slate coming in. And growing up, your family that you come into this world with, we don't choose our family. Okay? So everything that they know, to the capacity that they out here putting in their mind growing, they're putting it on you. They're teaching you. From your environment, from the people that you surround yourself with, from politics, from the economy at that time, from schools, from daycares, from all these different facilities and places that your family has you in growing up, or if not none. Just everything that you learn up until a certain extent till you're grown comes from the people, places, and things that you have been surrounded with coming into this world. And all that has been stuck onto you. From the abuse, from the trauma, from the mistreat, from the good treats. Okay? From the emotional regulation, if you have been taught about emotional regulation. If not, well, that's warfare within itself. But all this is getting on this tape. Then you get to a time in your life and you're like, who am I, Lord? Or if you even know the Lord, who am I? Why am I here? Because when you don't know, when you don't tap into your spirit person, your spirit, because we are multifaceted beings, we're complex beings, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So if you go through this life, so with all this all on you, on your tape, this is you, the tape, and then you're like, Lord, who am I? If you know the Lord, I know I keep repeating myself. If you know the Lord, if you don't, I mean, you're going to ask yourself these questions, okay? Who am I? Why am I here? Because through your whole journey, if you knew God and got revelation from God, He would show you how to walk the mountain. But if you didn't, like someone like me, like, I didn't get revelation to God till like 4-5 years ago, y'all. This journey has been so awakening. You see these eyes? Awakening. But you've been carrying the mountains on your back. And it's been weighing down on you. And we have to sit back and we have to go within. This is why I say beautiful people within, who are working on yourself from within. Because you have to then start looking at your surroundings. Looking at the people that you're hanging with. Looking at the type of shows that you're watching on TV. Or what you're scrolling and you watching on social media platforms. You have to, hold on. I said the people around, what you're doing with your time. What do you do with your time? So who you hang around with, what you do with your time, what you listen to, and what you watch on a daily basis, those things are not you. Some of them maybe, but majority of them, at this point, if you have not healed, the person you are now is not you. And we go to God. And we go to God because God knew us before we was even born. I mean, yeah, he did know us before we was even born. But he knew us before we was even in our mother's wombs. And he tells us, when we read the word, he says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So when you look at this tape, which is you, because you came into this world on a clean slate, the only person you knew was God. Yeah. So God says, do not be conformed to this world, because then it conforms you. All this, when you close it up, it gets stuck all on each other, like confusion, misunderstanding. Things are just everywhere. Things are just a mess, like nothing's aligned. So you have to transform your mind. You have to become renewed, and the old you needs to die. But when you feel like you crumbling, this is the rock. God is the rock that you're going to find at the bottom. If it takes for you to hit rock bottom, for you to come into realization of who you really are. And how the world has distorted your view. I'm telling y'all some good stuff now. Because God wants your heart to be aligned, to be in position, so you could be able to receive the promises that he put in the Bible. All these promises, if you read it. So you go to his word and then you read all the promises that he has. And there is a lot of them. And you see which one makes your heart move, feel. And that is the one that you shall receive when you get in alignment and get in God's will and get to know God. Building a relationship with him, not religion. Religion is just practices, routines. It's what you do with your Christian faith, because Christianity is a faith. And we know that it has been manipulated and conformed into the world's pattern. That's why a lot of people push away from it. But God is calling his people. He said, my sheep know my name. A stranger they will not follow. Stop following them strangers. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are worth it. Everything is within. So take a step back. Get you a journal. Write about your friends. Write about the places you keep going at. Write about what you're watching. Write about what you're listening to. And if you continue to do those things, what life will you have when you 50, 60, 70? Where will you be? And you know, sometimes, okay, so I'm 35. So you know what I do? I look at the people that I see close to me. And if they smoke, I'm like, okay, I see them at this age, 20 years older than me, still doing this, and they haven't gotten nowhere with their life. I need to cut this out. So I see this person watching these shows and doing this with their time, and then they stressing on their job. And you know, they're stressing on their job, no emotional regulation, no control, no self-discipline. Nah, I don't want that. So I look at the people that I used to hang around, and I seem to have I have probably one good friend, y'all. I'm telling you, they are hard to come by when you're on this transition. But you have to look at your friend. Do I want to keep doing this? I was a stripper, y'all. And half my friends was too. I don't want to, and they was old. A lot of them was older than me. And a lot of them was younger than me. But I looked at them. And I looked at their kids. And my kids was babies too, y'all. Before, I ain't had no kids. Because I ain't had kids till I was 26. And I started dancing till I was like 20, 21. But anyway, probably younger than that. But I looked at them and I was like, I don't want to be like this. If you look at the people that you surround yourself with, even the people that you have close contact with, if they're older than you and they're doing some of the same things that you're doing, look at them. Do you want to be like that? Or do you want to be who God sent you down here to be? Because your breakthrough is someone else's breakthrough. Yes. If everybody was in their purpose, life would be so much better. But because sin takes over the world and the devil roams to and fro on this earth seeking whom he may devour, we got to stay in consecration with God. Yeah. Because this is a dark world. It's full of sin. Sin is our natural nature coming into here. But it is God that shows us who. It is Jesus that says, pick up your bed and walk. Remove the speck from your eye so I can show you the abundance that I have placed into this world for you. The dominion over the land. He wants you to have land and build the light on this world. Listen, I ain't never seen no hearse behind. I ain't never seen no U-Haul. Denzel Washington said this. I ain't never seen no U-Haul behind a hearse. Okay? You can't take these things with you. You can't be worshiping money. You can't. And then if you have kids, you don't want to leave them with all this money. You want to leave them with wisdom of the world. Wisdom that came from God. For them to get in within themselves, to come to their true self. Because you leaving them all this money in this type of world, oh, this money gonna be gone. There is ways to a man that will lead, that seem right, but will lead them to their own demise. Their own destruction. You need God. You need to find safety and security in God. Because behind this is a spirit. It's a soul that needs God's attention at all times. So beautiful people within, I know this was long, but I hope someone catches this word. Go listen to the people that I talked about and renew yourself. You got to die to that old self. It ain't even, you got to die to that old self. It ain't even you anyway. No. Take off that mask. Take off all that other stuff you may accumulate it by the people that's influencing you that you don't even know how easy it is for you to be influenced. Y'all got to, and then, study the human mind. I took up psychology just to understand the human mind. Just to understand myself and other people's behavior. Because I'm like, Lord, I know there is another way. You did not put me in this world for just this, Lord. And it is. And, it's not easy. But with God. All things are working for your good. He knows the plans that he has for you. And don't even lean to your own understanding. Just acknowledge him in all your ways. Every step matters. Even if it's little. Celebrate it. It's time for you to get into you. Beautiful people within, continue to work on yourself from within.